It's very good.
In the face of our president, we have big support of energy.
Аз се радвам, че моята държава си е поставила ясни цели и тези цели мога отговорно да заявя пред всички вас. До 2020 година те са изпълними и ще ги изпълним. Ние сме дали заявка за 16% дял възобновяеми енергийни източници до 2020 година, 20% подобряване на енергийната ефективност и с 20% намаляване на емисиите от парниковите газове. Нашият подход към енергетиката се променя. Аз се гордея да бъда този президент в България, който зададе нови приоритети, а именно енергийната ефективност, енергийната либерализация и енергийната диверсификация. Няма по-смислено упражнение за нас от това. Просто няма. Още повече по време на криза. Още повече по време, когато искаме да създаваме работни места. Националната програма за енергийна ефективност е най-смисленият инструмент в точното време с огромен ефект за нацията.
I can of course understand that there are some people, and I guess also some people here in Bulgaria, who think, yeah, but why talk about climate change? And by the way, didn't we also experience a cold winter? And maybe this was just a lot of hype about climate change. Now we are discussing other issues, the real stuff, the economy. I just start with this because sometimes when we talk about climate change, it's difficult really to grasp what it's all about and where will it hit. But I think that if we listen to science, who tells us that this development will actually continue, then I think that people understand why some of us really do think that it is important to act. We have three crises in Europe. An economic crisis, a crisis with 26 million people unemployed, a job crisis, but then the climate crisis did not solve itself while we were busy with the other crisis. And we really believe that if we are smart, then we try to solve all the three big challenges through the same tools. Let me just mention two no-regret options to put the economy on a low emissions track. The first one is to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. This will certainly be beneficial to you here in Bulgaria because this means importing less oil and gas from Russia, and that consequently means more money to invest in green growth and jobs in Bulgaria. It's hard to see why that should not be a good idea. The second no-regret option is to increase energy efficiency and reduce primary energy consumption. I think the President made a very good case why this makes a lot of sense.
But it also brings credits, and the level of grant is as low as 12%.
Actually, in Bulgaria, you are using 4 to 5 times as much energy for a given thing as the average of Europe.
About one of your major examples of investment in household energy efficiency.
But in the end, in democratic societies, if you want politicians who do not just think for the short term, but also who think for the longer term challenges, it's extremely important that you as citizens also send the right signals and take your individual responsibility. I hope this campaign can inspire you to do so, because if that movie that I started out with, if that continues for the next 100 years with the same pace, then I think that you all can realize that that is not a world we would like to live in.
EU or donor funds together with financial funds from banks.
Normally, I think in recent years we have actually managed to have Europe to speak with one voice at the international conferences. It's not always very easy. It sometimes takes some patience, but I think that normally we really come to a common denominator. I have, with changing Bulgarian ministers, had a very good dialogue on this, and I expect to have that also with whoever will become the next environment minister.